Hey, what's up everybody? Frantic One here. Thought I'd do a walk around on my bike and a little review too. This is my 2012 Ducati Monster 696. Yeah, and let's see. I got the FMF pipes right here, carbon fiber. And nice, they gotta give it a nice little sound. If you've seen my videos before, you've probably heard it. It's definitely got a nice mean sound with the V-twin engine. Got the little Rizoma mirrors. They're alright. I mean, they're kind of small, but the stock ones were big and doofy. Coming out over here like this past the handlebars. It kind of made it look like bunny ears. Let's see what else I got. I don't have too much on the bike. I shortened the turn signals. They used to stick out. I took them. They had like a little extra piece, like it was at least an inch and a half, that I extended them out. I took that off. Shortened them a little bit. And the frame of the headlights right here were it was silver, so I took it off and painted it black. See, got some Shogun frame sliders. I always get frame sliders for all my bikes because you never know. You know, it's pretty common to be dropping bikes. So see, I got the Fender Eliminator here. This one's from Monster Chop, and I think Monster Tail Chop, I think they're called. They're pretty nice. It was pretty easy to install. You actually use half of the original Fender. You cut it and then you use their half on the end. Comes with a nice LED license plate light. It keeps the it actually brings in the turn signals too, so it's all tucked in there pretty nice now. I was thinking of getting the integrated tail lights, but the back would be flush, but there isn't an option to have flush lights up here, so I want it to match in the front and back. I don't want it to be flush in the back and not in the front, so I just left them there. I went one tooth down on the front sprocket because Ducatis are known to be a little boggy at low RPM, so when you're taking off from a light, it definitely gets a little like groggy and not feeling good. It doesn't want to go. So the 14 tooth front sprocket really helps with that. You can actually go bigger in the back too, that'll help, but it was a cheaper route for me to go 14 tooth front because then I get to keep using the stock chain. If you go bigger in the back, you're gonna need a new chain, so I was kind of going the cheaper route. And also right here, the rear set bracket, I painted it black, but you can see when my foot hits it, it's starting to go through. I have to touch that up. See what else I got here. I think that's about it. I took off like the emission stuff that used to be right here, a charcoal can, a black can, and then put this piece. This is like a Euro piece to make it even with the other side. But in California here, we got the big charcoal boxes, so took that off. That's pretty much it. It comes with a windscreen, but I took it off because I like the naked look better. And you could take this cowl off too. I'll probably take it off, ride it with the black seat for a while, just see how it is. Oh yeah, I got some Pro Grip grips. They're pretty good. Definitely they're good. They're real grippy. I got them because they're a little thicker, so I would hope my hands go numb a little bit on long rides because the twin engine really shakes the handlebars a lot. There's a lot of vibration. So I got those grips to help dampen the vibrations, and it helped a little bit because the stock ones were really thin. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I didn't really do much to this bike. This was really kind of like a commuter for me when I got it. I didn't even know I'd be doing moto vlogs, but yeah, now I am. So what else I got? yeah, that's it, pretty much. Nothing really. Yeah, but she's a great bike. I like her. Alright, so a little review on her. Pretty much say, yeah, this is a great bike. I like it. My last bike before this was a 2002 Gixxer 600, and you know, it's not a sport bike. I mean, it's still pretty sporty, but it's not exactly like a sport bike. It keeps up, but the top speed is not anywhere close to a 600 inline Japanese bike. Same thing with the acceleration. It's pretty fast, but it doesn't compare to a sport bike, and the suspension just isn't as tight as a sport bike. Like the front forks, definitely not as confident in the turns with this compared to my Gixxer. But for commuting, she's great. She's pretty small and nimble. She's got the 160 tire in the back, so definitely cuts up the traffic a lot better than a sport bike as far as filtering goes. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, real torquey at the bottom, so that's why for commuting it's great. Taking off at lights, low speed stuff. But once you get over 100, it gets kind of scary, especially being naked with the wind. I forgot what I topped it out at. I have a video on it I'll be putting up too. I think with the front tooth I lost a little bit. I think I topped it out at like 130 something, maybe a little over 130 when I first got her, and that's before I put on the smaller front sprocket. I don't have video of when I got it to a little over 130. I didn't have my GoPro at the time yet, but right now, after I put on the smaller sprocket in the front, I got her to, I think, like 124, 125. I have that on video. I'll put it up. Other than that, yeah, she's a great bike, you know. I mean, some people think it's a good bike for beginners, but with that, it really just depends on riding style and everything, because it's still plenty of bike to get you in trouble, you know. This thing still goes 0 to 60 in about 4.3 seconds, I think it was. And, you know, like I said, it tops out at 120, 130, so that's still pretty fast. More than enough to take your life, so gotta be careful still with this thing. By any means, it's not any less of a killing machine than any other sport bike out there. But I'm happy with her for commuting and everything. I mean, for when I really want to get aggressive with her, I mean, like, you can take this thing to the track. Like, I've seen people at the track with monsters, and they're fine. I would definitely want to upgrade the suspensions, because it does do work, but it doesn't do it confidently. You know, the feeling of it, it's kind of spongy in the front, and they're not adjustable, because this is the 696. I think the top model, like the 1100, it comes with better forks and better rear shock, but this one, it comes pretty basic. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I like her. She's a good bike. I mean, really, the thing I'd say I like about this bike better than a sport bike is its character. The sound of the engine and the delivery of the power is just real special. You know, it feels real unique. Pretty much, as far as it, yeah, pretty much unique to Japanese bikes, but it's that little Italian flavor that it has that really, you know, sets it apart from the Japanese inline bikes, at least to me. Well, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I hope you guys like my bike, like my review, and this is Frantic One, and I'm out.